At the dawn of humanity, when the world was still young and the earth rich and fertile, there lived two brothers whose lives were intertwined by bonds of blood and destiny, Cain and Abel. They were the sons of Adam and Eve, the first inhabitants of this vast and mysterious planet. They grew up under the watchful eyes of their parents, listening to stories about the Garden of Eden and the fall that had distanced them from that paradise. Cain, the firstborn, became a farmer. He cultivated the land, extracting sustenance from the soil with calloused hands and fierce determination. The earth, with its promises and challenges, was his constant companion. Abel, on the other hand, chose to be a shepherd, leading his flocks through green hills and tranquil valleys. There was a serenity in Abel, a connection with the divine, that was reflected in the way he cared for his sheep. Time passed, and the day came when both brothers decided to offer sacrifices to the Lord, an act of devotion and gratitude. Cain brought fruits from the soil, an offering that represented his labor and sweat. Abel, in turn, offered the best of his flock, a firstborn lamb, whose purity symbolized his genuine faith. The Lord looked with favor upon Abel and his offering, for he saw in Abel a sincere and devoted heart. But Cain and his offering did not find the same favor. Cain's heart filled with a dark shadow, a bitter mix of envy and anger that consumed him from within. He felt rejected and humiliated, and these feelings began to corrode his soul. God, perceiving the storm within Cain, spoke to him with compassion and warning. "Why are you angry? Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it." These words resonated in Cain's mind, but the poison of jealousy had already seeped deep. In a moment of apparent reconciliation, Cain invited Abel to go to the field. Perhaps Abel, with his gentle nature, did not perceive his brother's internal struggle, or perhaps he believed that brotherly love could overcome any discord. But there, under the vast sky that witnessed everything, the unthinkable happened. Cain's anger exploded into violence, and he rose against Abel, killing him. The ground, which Cain had so diligently cultivated, now drank the blood of his own brother, an act that stained the earth and human history forever. God then asked Cain, "Where is your brother Abel?" Cain's response echoed with defiance and despair. "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" But the Lord knew, and the earth also cried out for the truth. As a consequence of his act, Cain was cursed and condemned to wander the world as a fugitive and wanderer, carrying the burden of his choice and the irreplaceable loss of his brother. But even in punishment, there was a mark of mercy. God placed a sign on Cain, ensuring that no one would kill him in his wandering. As a consequence of his act, Cain was cursed and condemned to wander the world as a fugitive and wanderer, carrying the burden of his choice and the irreplaceable loss of his brother. But even in punishment, there was a mark of mercy. God placed a sign on Cain, ensuring that no one would kill him in his wandering.